Hey guys, it's Born Free here. I did 6 player interviews at the King of New York tournament. I'm editing them as fast as possible in order to get them out. If they are long, I will leave timestamps in the description below so you can go to the questions that are pertinent to you. Otherwise, if they're about 10 minutes, I think it's fine. Hopefully they're enjoyable. And here they are. Hey guys, it's Born Free. Welcome back to my channel. I am here at the King of New York tournament 2017 with the King of New York from 2016. But that was Street Fighter 4. Now it's Street Fighter 5. What do you think your chances are this time around?
I feel like I have a good chance, but there's just nothing but killers again in King of New York, just like how it was last King of New York. So I feel like there was no change, pretty much. I feel like it's always going to be killers, always going to be competition.
But you're like, sick at the moment, right? Sorry, you're actually literally sick. You're actually literally sick?
I'm working
because
on it.
you have like a little cold, right?
Yeah, just a little.
But your Balrog is sick. So actually, I'm gonna sort of like just start off with a question. Dudley, do you miss him and do you want him back?
I would like him back. Yeah, sure. I do want him back, of course, because that's what I'm like known for, you know. But I mean, I like Balrog too, because he was my first character technically before Dudley.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, he's cool. I would definitely want him back in Street Fighter 5.
So did you switch from Karin to Balrog because you like boxers?
Well, Balrog, again, he was actually my first character, but when Dudley came out, I just liked Dudley better because he was just more fun. I felt like Balrog just eventually just got boring in Street Fighter 4. So when I saw him again in Street Fighter 5, I had to play him because that was my first main. So that was really the reason.
Gotcha. All right, so got to ask you, this is a weird segue, but whatever. Have you seen any footage of Colleen, and what do you think of Colleen?
Colleen. I feel like Colleen is a really interesting character because she's different. She has ice powers. I feel like she has like a parry also. I feel like she's going to be really strong because she has 1,000 health and 1,000 stun. If a female character has 1,000 health and 1,000 stun, that character is going to be a problem because I feel like female characters are designed to be annoying but really cheap. So I feel like with the health being 1,000 health and 1,000 stun, she would be really strong. She's gonna be a threat.
Yeah, I didn't even know. Wow, I did not know she had 1,000 health. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So, are you worried or excited about the incoming patch? Because, to be honest, like at the moment, everyone's hyping Balrog as being like having way too much damage. So, what are your thoughts about the incoming patch? Like, are you worried?
Actually, no, I'm not, because I was playing Balrog since he came with Street Fighter 5, and he wasn't that good, and I was still doing pretty decent without the buffs. So I feel like even if they nerf him, I can still find a way to still use Balrog to his full potential.
Oh my god! See, the old school like Alex Valle would love you. Probably does love you. Because adapt, people, adapt. Actually, bizarrely, I wanted to ask you, like, even though we talk about adapting, are there any characters that you think, okay, this character is ridiculous, or this character is so weak? Like, are there any that you feel need to be buffed or nerfed?
Oh, buffed or nerfed? I feel like buffed. I feel like Juri. She needs some buffs. Yeah, because I feel like I like Juri. She's a cool-looking design character, but I feel like she's not good enough. Same with Alex. I feel like Alex as well needs a lot of buffs.
Okay. What would you give Alex?
Oh, like tier list or like?
What would you? What would you give him to? Like, if you were gonna buff him, if you were a game designer, what would you give Alex?
I feel like he should have more options in like offense. I feel like his normals are too slow, you know, because he already doesn't have a wake up, you know. I feel like I think they should just work around his frame data. I feel like.
So like potentially a 3-framer or something like that.
I think he's fine having a 4-frame. It's just that some things are just too slow to come out. So it's kind of hard playing footies with Alex because he only has maybe one good button in certain situations. But I feel like some of his normals should be a little faster for more people to play him.
Gotcha. Now, are there any sort of like system-wide mechanic changes that you would like to see? You know, people talk about things like the anti-air jabs are still very strong, things like that. Invincible DPs have gone.
Yeah.
I mean, is there any strong feelings?
Well, I feel like with the DP nerf, there was a lot of people that got exposed because they couldn't handle people's pressure on wake up, and they were so spoiled for having to wake up. So they said, "Oh, I don't have to block." But I feel like it's a DP. You get a crush counter if you DP. For blocking. That's the point. So I feel like they should still have it back for the people. That's how I feel because it's a DP. It's meant to be invincible.
Yeah, I agree. But then I'm a bit of a Shoto fanatic. What would you say is switching gears a little bit? What would you say is your biggest challenge in terms of characters?
Okay, my biggest challenge, well, it was when Street Fighter V came out, pretty much. Finding a character. I was in a character crisis because Dudley wasn't in the game, so I had to try to find every single character that's most similar to Dudley. And this is during the beta, so it was only like Ryu, Ken, Nash, Chun-Li. They didn't make, and they had Karen, but I didn't really like Karen at first, so. But when the game came out, I was starting with Fang, didn't work out. Started with Nash, because he had target combos, it didn't work out. Then I went to Karen, she had like juggles, she had nice damage, and I just felt like she suited me best. I feel like.
It's just like Rushdown, right? So like when she gets in.
Yeah. But she was like more like footsies, like she's better with like controlling spacing. She's more of like that type of character. But you can use her as Rushdown as well. That's how my Karen was, a Rushdown Karen.
Right. I mean, that character, it seems like that character would make sense for you, for your specific style, like footsies and Rushdown. Is there any characters are there any characters that you have trouble with, Balrog has trouble with?
I feel like characters that Balrog has trouble with are most of the female characters.
Oh, really?
Yes. I feel like Chun-Li is hard. I feel like Laura, Mika, Karen is hard, and Cammy.
And why is that?
Because most of those characters they basically, as soon as they get in, they're bodying Balrog because Balrog has no wake up. It's really bad. And he doesn't have that really good footsies, as well as like those other characters like Chun-Li. She dominates him in the neutral. Yeah. Like his only neutral button pretty much is maybe stand fierce or crouch and medium kick, but it depends. I feel like those characters definitely can maul him in neutral. And then when they get in, it's even harder.
Yeah.
I have to rely on me rushing them down. That's the only problem.
It kind of feels like that's sort of how this game is designed. Now, players. Let's pick the players here today. Like, who do you think is going to offer you like the biggest challenge?
Oh, there's a couple of people here that is going to give me a problem. Okay, you have people like Punk is definitely a problem. Shine, of course. Alucard, Idom, Sanford is a problem. JP, he plays Rashid, gives me a hard time. Those are it's basically everybody in A-League, that everybody that's here pretty much is going to give me a hard time. I'm not sleeping on anybody.
And you often like, Idom is somebody you play quite often at next level. Like, how are you feeling about like your back and forth right now with him?
He still comes up on top usually like every week. He beats me 90% of the time, and I really do struggle against Idom, especially like in 2 out of 3s or try to reset the bracket at Grand Final. It's really hard, but since King of New York, it's a longer set, so I can probably understand the player in a longer set, like Idom, because I feel like I find it difficult to try to get 2 games, like in a tournament.
Yeah.
I find it very hard,
Yeah. So the round robin format is definitely something you prefer.
Yes, I prefer, longer sets so I can understand the opponent, their tendencies, how they approach the footsies in it, and it can help me in a longer set.
Gotcha. Are you playing? I think I've asked you this question before. Are you playing any other games, fighting games?
Well, I started off with Tekken, but I mean I don't play it now, just Street Fighter.
So you don't have any plans to play Tekken in the future?
No, not really.
Okay, that's cool. What about video games in general? Are there any games that you spend time
on? Yes, I love Borderlands. That's just my game. I love it. It's cool. It's impossible not to like it, when you play with a lot of people. I was going to get into Gears of War, just play with friends. I'm not trying to, play it competitively. I just want to, if I don't want to play Street Fighter or, I just want to just chill, eat some Chinese food with my friends, they say, hey, you want to play Gears? Sure. That's that type of game,
do you have any shout-outs?
Shout-outs to Trunks, of course. Shout-outs to my grandmother, Smug. I see you. You got those cookies baked for me at home? That would be appreciated. Shout-outs to Team Pie, of course, And shout-outs to my boogers, my flat top and my hoodie, and that's it.
All right, man. Well, thanks for a great interview.
Of course.
And good luck today.
All right, thank you.